Toledo Mayor Wade Kapszukiewicz stayed consistent when talking to me about police reform. He says reform is a top priority of his, but looking at places where there may be racial disparities is key to healing and making change.
And so while there's work that needs to be done on policing, absolutely, part of our focus in the city, and we've committed $55 million over the next 5 years, is to invest in eradicating these root causes of frustration. So, but I suppose a final way I would answer your question is to say, look, I just gave you a big long list of policies that we can change and programs we can institute, and we will. But it strikes me that the moment we're at right now requires changing not just laws, but hearts. And that's a lot harder to do. We also need to use this moment to make sure that we are also investing in programs that address the root causes of some of the frustration, I think, that exists in this country.
I've been discussing issues with African American leaders in this community since I've been chief, since 2015. I've always been working to increase the engagement with officers in the African American community here, getting out of their cars, talking with them, having a seat at the table, having them have a seat at our table. I created the Chiefs Advisory Board when I was a deputy chief, actually, and that has some very significant African American leaders in this community. So it's important to me to get that perspective. You know, I'm a 54-year-old white person. I need to know what the Ray Woods of the world is thinking. I need to know what the Buffalo Soldiers, Earl Mack, is thinking. I need to know what Pastor Culp is thinking. So if you look at my cell phone, it's kind of like the who's who of African American leaders here. So I'm always reaching out and talking with them and trying to get their perspective in order to increase the trust factor between the African American community and their police department.
Reporting in Toledo, I'm Jaden Jefferson.